You're hitting the bag, right? I see you hitting it. When you walk, I want you to do like this and boom, 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 boom. You keep for boom, 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 boom. How long you can do that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Well, I don't want to hold you up, so maybe we could meet up in person again and chop it up over some food or something like that.
Okay, it'd be my pleasure, brother.
Yes, sir.
Good luck with your fight, brother.
In an unexpected moment that caught the boxing world off guard, Mike Tyson showed up at Gervonta Davis's training camp right before his fight with Jake Paul. As soon as he entered the gym, the energy shifted instantly from calm focus to pure intensity and drive.
I do have more skills than Mike Tyson, as far as like, I mean, when I say I have more skills than Mike Tyson, guys smarter than, like, at a lower weight class always have more skills. It's no heavyweight ever in life had more skills than smaller guys. So that's just take that out the picture. So when people think that I'm dissing Mike Tyson, I'm not dissing Mike Tyson for sure. It just, facts is facts. You know what I mean? I do feel as though I have more skills.
Imagine this scene: Mike Tyson, the legend himself, standing ringside while Gervonta Davis hit the pads. Tyson's grin said all he saw a glimpse of his younger self in Tank. They even shared a few moments in the ring training lightly, and every punch that hit them, it's echoed to the gym like rolling thunder.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. You know, he's the top dog, there's no doubt about it. He showed that, but he's a pretty good fighter. Last time I saw him fight, he was pretty durable.
Tyson didn't show up just for photos. He was there to teach Tank the Peekaboo style sharp head movement and the art of using timing instead of pure power to break down an opponent. Tank listened closely, taking in every detail, like a student learning from the ultimate master of the fight game.
I kind of lean towards Davis a little because of his style of fighting, and what makes him different than most fighters that I once did is when he punches, he catapults himself in the air. And normally in the air, you're out of position, you have no leverage. But for some reason, myself and Mr. Davis, our best point is when we're leaping in the air, like being catapulted to punch up.
When the camera stopped rolling, Tyson leaned in and told him, don't just beat him, break his will. That one line said all this fight isn't just another bout for Gervonta Davis. It's about legacy. He's walking into the ring with the mindset and fire of Iron Mike in his corner. Talk about a change in energy. One moment Mike Tyson is passing down years of knockout wisdom, and the next Tank Davis is in the ring with Lamont Roach Jr., showing everyone he's far from done. And it's easy to see why he's not complaining about what's gone wrong. He's proving that what was got taken rebranded and streamed for the world to see.
We had a rematch clause, right? We had a rematch clause. If I'm declared the winner, or if the bout was declared a draw, he has the right to exercise an immediate rematch. Guess what he did 2 weeks later after the fight? Exercised his right to the rematch. His contract was signed both ends in June. So there's an official rematch. Undercard and everything. Like, that shit was supposed to happen.
Lamont came and fired up, saying, you all keep telling me to move on, but there's a signed contract, my brother. He started off calm, but soon that DMV energy kicked in, and he made it clear we're not letting this slide. Imagine training for a rematch, expecting your payday, then waking up to see Tank fighting Jake Paul on Netflix. That's not just a surprise at a season finale level betrayal.
Contract. So it's not like this wasn't supposed to happen or whatever the case may be, and he just went and took the Jake route. We had a set, signed contract to fight. Like, he came out and disrespected me on social media, whatever the case may be. I don't know who he think like I am or what. I'm not gonna go like that. So people saying that I've been dragging on them, talking and all that. If anybody noticed, I never talked about them.
And honestly, Lamont wasn't wrong. You can't treat a rematch clause like a gym pass and vanish. When it's time to follow through, he said handle business the right way. And you could tell he meant it. He's not upset about the fight happening. He's upset about the lack of respect. That's a line between real fighters and social media entertainers. And as for that rumor about Jake getting $200 million Lamont shot, that down fast doing the math on the spot, wondering where the extra $150 million even comes. From PayPal, maybe he's saying what a lot of boxing fans are thinking: Jake Paul can sell hype, but this sport isn't some amusement park ride.
Now, how many people buy the pay-per-view? So that's an extra 8 to 10 million. Where's the money disparity? If he's supposed to be making 40, 50 million, where's the big money disparity?
You don't think Jake Paul cuts a check?
Jake Paul gonna give him a check.
Yeah.
But do you think he gonna get the gate?
No.
No.
After Lamont handled the business, talk things moved to Paulie and Coach Garcia, and the vibe completely changed from serious debate to straight up roast mode. You could almost hear Florida saying, sure, we'll take the circus. Then there's Jake bending over like he's double-checking homework. While the press conference turns into something closer to a variety show, Paulie and Garcia didn't sugarcoat. They called it what was a show trying to pass as a real fight. And honestly, how it looks does matter.
You know, it's just about the main one, the exhibition, which is what I'm calling it, because it's not a fight. You know, it's an exhibition, it's a show, and more likely we're all going to watch because it's just part of the sport, part of boxing right now, part of what we're living already. We're already living it. You know, it's something that's happening. We might get a call also, you know, with one of our fighters, or we might get a call to be on the undercard, stuff like that. So we have to admit that we just have to learn to live.
You can't just label a fight as an exhibition and expect real boxing fans to cheer. We want real competition. That means something. And let's be honest, Netflix isn't picking fights for skill. They're picking stars. That's why this matchup matters. It's not just about punches. It's about whether Tank can defend more than his paycheck. He's fighting to protect his legacy. And here's the part that really shook things up. Paulie Malignaggi and Robert Garcia didn't hold back. They didn't just talk, they exposed everything. Paulie sitting there smiling like he's watching a reality show crash, saying Jake's not fighting for boxing, he's fighting for the brand of it.
Modern MMA fans are younger than boxing fans, right? So that's I guess that's why it goes that way, you know? So I assume that's what Jake Paul's fan base is, a little bit younger as well. So I guess you have to sort of bring in this circus type of vibe. I mean, for Gervonta Davis, he looked like, I don't know, he looked a little confused or out of place, you know?
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
And he thought like
a professional at an amateur event. Like, kind of what am I doing here? Yeah.
I mean, again, he wants to get the money and whatever. I get it, you know, but then, you know, you subject yourself to this if you want.
Garcia is nodding like a man who's seen too many hype trains crash the moment real punches land. And he knows exactly what's coming. They're both spot on. This fight is a cultural test in two directions. If Tank walks in thinking it's easy money, he gives a narrative right back to the YouTubers. For too long, top boxers have played it safe. But if Tank goes old school tight defense, heavy body shots, and shuts Jake down like a Wi-Fi signal drop, it sends a message. Boxing still runs the show, and if that happens, Jake either earns real respect or learns fast that views don't block punches. Either way, Paulie and Garcia are grinning because they saw the circus rolling long before the lights came on.
It's actually embarrassing just to see what Tank chose to do instead of doing what a real fighter should have done. You know, everybody seen what happened. Everybody seen that Roach deserved to be champion. He should have given him that rematch. That fight is the one that should be happening. There's no way, you know. For me, it's embarrassing just to see.
Right after Paulie and Garcia finished speaking their minds, Adam Cattle and Gareth A. Davies stepped in like two professors ready to give boxing a wake-up call. Gareth called a circus, and honestly, he's not wrong. But it's the kind of circus where the ringmaster is cashing in while boxing purists, they're frustrated. You got Tank Davis, a proven knockout artist, facing a YouTuber turned fighter almost twice his size. Sounds insane, sure, but everyone knows people will still pay to watch because this isn't about belts or weight classes anymore. It's about who runs the show. When boxing collides with the algorithm, Garrett says boxing's dead in America, and maybe there's some truth there. But if this is the funeral Jake Paul, Just pay for the casket tanks, bringing the fireworks, and everyone showing up to watch.
People are not watching boxing in the United States of America. That has left a hole that the broadcasters have looked to fill, and they've done this with influencer boxing, which brings a completely different audience to the game. Every promoter and broadcaster on this planet is to blame for this situation that we are finding ourselves in right now. They've opened the door to clowns, and now we've got ourselves a circus. It is a travesty.
Adam looks completely split, half disgusted, half entertained. It's like getting fries with Michelin star steak wrong, but somehow impressive. And honestly, it makes sense we grew up watching legends like Ollie Tyson and Pacquiao. Now we're seeing a YouTuber go toe-to-toe with a world champion. But that's exactly why people tune in. It's chaos. That works, call a circus if you want, but for the new generation, this is the main event as long as Tank keeps putting on a show and Jake keeps cashing checks. This so-called embarrassment might be the best publicity boxing's had in years. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul has made boxing loud again. He's turning casuals into real fans, critics into promoters, and every bit of drama into profit. Because in today's game, controversy sells faster than titles.
When it's commercial,
Of course.
as opposed to athletic and commercial.
Right. So why is
We've
a
got
lad...
the best against the best in their prime.
So why is a
That's
lad off the
athletic.
Disney Channel the best commercial...
He's not a lad off the Disney Channel.
Come on, he
anymore.
is.
That's a long time ago.
Come on, he's a novice
long
boxer.
time ago.
He's a novice boxer.
He
Would he
is a-
win a British title?
He-
He didn't beat Tommy Fury for crying out loud. How's he going to beat this guy?
He wouldn't win a British title.
Right
I
then.
do think he's a novice boxer. He's an area level fighter. That's what I agree with. That's why I thought it was disgusting, a disgrace, and dangerous, and it still is, for him to step in against Anthony Joshua. I don't agree.
And that's the story from Iron Mike passing his knockout wisdom to Tank to Roach calling out the business side, to Paulie Garcia, and the TalkSport crew digging deep into boxing's heart. This buildup feels like a movie showdown. It's legacy versus legacy fame versus fight the most dangerous puncher of his era against the loudest name of this generation. Whatever happens in the ring, one thing certain: Jake Paul brings a chaos, but Tank Davis delivers the consequence. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Is this fight saving boxing or selling out? Share your take in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Final Bell, because the real fight starts right here in the conversation. See you in the next one.